Google Docs is, I'm going to adjust the camera here. Google Docs is such a foundational tool that we're just going to stick to some of the features that make Google Docs so powerful in a collaborative, potentially remote environment. And then if you have any questions about other things about Google Docs, just reach out to me and let me know. My email is on this page. So docs.new will open up a brand new Google Doc. You can also go to docs.google.com, and that'll open up the Google Docs landing page here where you'll see all these other Google Docs and then some templates here as well. So if you wanted to check that out, you're more than welcome to, but we are just going to work within Google Docs itself. So we are going to cover 3 things in this video: how to create a doc. We just did that. Boom, 2 to go. Then the sharing and version history, and commenting and suggesting. So if you want someone else to see your Google Doc that you're working on, you can just come up here to this share option. It's going to ask you to name it, but you don't necessarily need to do that. And then you're going to be skipped to this screen. So you could put in the name of anybody here. So I'm going to put in Leanne's name here because she is the one who's like in charge of this website, I think. And then I get to decide whether I want her to edit this, view this, or comment on this. I don't want her to change any of my stuff, so I just want her to be able to look at it. Or maybe I want her to be able to give me feedback but not edit anything. Or maybe I want her to contribute to this and she can edit it. I can choose to send her a message. You can ignore this. I am just making a video. And I can send her a message there, or I can decide not to send her. You know what I don't know is if yeah, it saves my message. That's what I'm talking about. So I can choose to notify her so she gets an email that like, hey, Stefan shared a Google Doc with you, or maybe no. Then when I do this, I hit share, she'll be able to access all of that right away. I can also copy this link right here. I can paste that, say I'm in a Zoom meeting, I could paste that and people could click on that with those sharing permissions set up. In that sense. So that's how you share a Google Doc there. The other cool thing, watch this. The other cool thing, this wasn't on the list, but there's all these new things in Google Docs that's super cool. They must have moved it. I feel like it was under maybe tools. I'm gonna check this out. The other cool thing about Google Docs is not only the voice typing capability, but it's your ability to see the version history of any Google Doc. So this is where you can click on a certain button and then go back and see what that Google Doc looked like at any point during its process. So that can be found up here where it says the last edit was seconds ago. And then if I wait for a second, I think it will say like all changes saved in Google Drive. I can click on this at any time and I can go back and see the edits on this Google Doc. And so then I can see who made that edit. So for example, I'm going to pull up this one, which is a project I'm working on with some of my ed tech colleagues right here. Notice 4 hours ago by Kim. I can see all of these different edits that we made to this and notice that these different colors here, those are the different people who made those different edits. I can even expand this and get a more detailed view broken down there, which can be super handy. Then at any point, if someone makes a change to that Google Doc and I'm the owner, I can restore it back to a previous version. Just whip it back there real quick. Then our last option here, we actually kind of touched on just a little bit during that sharing permissions piece. I can decide whether I want someone to edit, suggest, or view. So this was that commenting, editing, or viewing. If I switch to, so notice right here, I can edit this document. If I switch to viewing, I can't edit this. And then my little icon is up here. Or if I go to suggesting, I can do like this, and it puts it in this little green thing and it leaves a comment saying like, hey, Stefan thinks you should delete all of this. But as the owner of this document, none of those changes are actually permanent because I can just be like, no, I want to keep all that stuff there. It doesn't actually change it. Or if someone says, yeah, oh, that's a good point, I should take that out, then it just deletes it. Pretty cool. Then our final thing here is this commenting feature. So someone has something in here. They look how cool voice typing is. If you highlight something, notice now I've got this little toolbar over here. I can click on this to add a comment. If you're not seeing the toolbar over here on the right-hand side, you also have this little icon right here. I know how to get the toolbar there for you just let me know if you need some help with that. I click on this, I add a comment, Comnet, leaving it. Boom, good to go. All right, that's some very basic stuff on Google Docs. Remember, reach out to me and let me know if you need help or would like to kick around any ideas with anything Google. So yeah, or anything ed tech. Doesn't have to be Google. We're just talking Google right now, bro.